Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, October the 3rd already. Monday, October the 3rd, 2022. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers. I've got many more to go for 600. So please subscribe. Recommend me to your friends. Okay, let's get started as to what was happening on General Hospital today. Our favorite attorney, Diane, out of surgery. Diane Miller is out of surgery. She is, in the ICU, getting better. Her vitals are getting better. Look, I knew we weren't going to lose Diane. Oh, thank goodness. Alexis is pretty much, visual from, excuse me, from trying to entice the killer to coming to the hospital, watching after Diane. I mean, she's burning the candles, and Gregory Chase is right there with her, having a bit of an allergy day today. Gregory Chase is right there with her, every step of the way, as good friends do. Okay. Sonny is actually there too. He made it to the hospital, and he's wanting to see Diane. He came to the hospital with Dante, and Robert Scorpio was there. And, Sonny's like, I'm here to see Diane. And he goes, all of the stabbings have one thing in common, you. And Sonny's like, yep, and nobody wants to catch this killer more than me. So, yeah, Sonny's trying to find out. Sonny thinks he has the killer, but he's really rethinking that. He kind of has it in his gut now. Too many people are running to him, and he's thinking it's not Dex. So Dante's talking to Robert, and he's saying, he just doesn't think it's Dex either. So Robert is saying, you know what, that clanking sound could have been jewelry. The clanking sound could have been dog tags. It could have been something else we're not even thinking about. Now, I know we've had some recap fans saying handcuffs, handcuffs, but we'll see. We shall see what that clanking sound is. I don't know. Then we get this scene. Now, Drew was supposed to be coming out of the shower, but I don't know. Is it just me? Doesn't that look like he's lathered down with baby oil? Water doesn't glisten like that. Water beads. And your skin looks a little dry in places. He is just lathered down with that baby oil from peck to peck. Okay. And of course, Carly, oh my God, I gotta look away. Carly, doggone well. You could count that. Goodness gracious, is that an 8-pack? That 6-pack right there. So Drew, he's so unsubtle. Drew is just being Drew. But you know what? I'm just going to be truthful. I fast forwarded most of their conversation because they bore me. They truly bore me. One thing I do know, Carly, was at one point, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. I overslept and I missed phone calls. And we've got a serial killer and I'm missing phone calls. I'm not a good mother. And I'm thinking, no, get your butt on a plane and go back to where your babies are. You know how hard-headed Jocelyn is. You need to be there to help keep her in control so she stays protected, Carly. Make arrangements. The fight doesn't have to happen right there in Jackson. She can fight from Port Charles to keep her mother where she's at. But anyway, you ask me, that place her mother's at wasn't that great to begin with. I would move her to someplace nicer, but anyway. But I guess maybe just needs a groundskeeper. We also have my favorite young actor, Spencer. He's finally reaching down to pick up the book, and of course, the guy standing on his hand, and Spencer's kind of shaking. He's really nervous, shaking, trying to pick it up. I felt bad for him. And Cyrus Renault comes in. He's spouting some Bible religious verbiage, and the guy is like, please, and Cyrus is like, something about you encrypted, you better let him up. because the wrath of God and anything else could come at you. So he takes his hand off of Spencer. Spencer's holding his hand, and the guy says something to Cyrus, and Cyrus is like, you know, I don't particularly like when God's children or something he says are hurt. You know, you need to leave him alone. And he's like, or what? And Cyrus he goes, what are you gonna do? Try to read me scriptures? And Cyrus said, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. And so the guy walks out, and Cyrus is trying to talk to Spencer. And Spencer is, of course, indignant, saying Cyrus arranged the whole thing. He arranged for the guy to come in there. And quite frankly, Cyrus may have, but I don't know. I kind of think they have Cyrus on a decent holding, biding your time tit. He's not going to let Spencer get hurt because he knows that's going to score him some brownie points with the family, with Laura, if he keeps Spencer safe in there. So Spencer is like, I had that whole situation under control. And Cyrus looked at him, he goes, from where I was standing, it didn't look like that. Didn't look like you had it under control to me. So he ends up telling Spencer that, you know what, bottom line, your grandmother would want you safe. But the word is already out that your father, has pulled some strings, which really isn't true. Nicholas didn't. It's his uncle and it's Sonny that's pulling, supposedly having Spencer protected. But guess what? The guard conveniently disappeared when Book came in, and I've yet to see any protection for Spencer anywhere, anywhere. So, needless to say, Cyrus says, well, listen, there may come a time when you're going to need me. You're going to need my help. And all you have to do is ask for it. That's all. Just ask for it and I'll be there. Cyrus is like, I have ways of dealing with people like him. I have ways. So we shall see. And Spencer was just kind of looking at Cyrus. And I really honestly believe there is going to come a point in time where Spencer is going to ask Cyrus for help, or Cyrus is going to intervene some more. We shall see where this goes. Cyrus could be orchestrating the whole thing, but you know what? We don't know. I felt a little bad. Sasha comes to see Maxie at Crimson, and Sasha is saying that she realized she didn't have a dress for Brando's funeral. And the only dress she had was the dress she wore to Liam's. And she goes, I can't wear the same dress, And Maxie was like, no, I completely understand. No, you can't. So she says, I have something for you. And she goes, I went to the department store, and then she realized her credit cards wouldn't work. So she says, Maxie says, nope, I got you covered. Come on, we're gonna go take care of you. Let's go. And Maxie gives her a hug. She gives her some words of wisdom about taking it 1 second at a time. And the way she felt, when Nathan, which to me, Maxie should have done that sooner, because they do have that in common. And Sasha really felt comfort from Maxie's words because Maxie lived it. And that's what made Sasha, feel more comfortable with Maxie. So that was a real nice scene. And Maxie tells her, listen, you're going to go home, hang this dress over the back of your closet, or hang it in the back of your closet so that it doesn't get wrinkled. I want you to make sure you do your skincare routine. She goes, wash and blow dry your hair, do your skincare routine so that tomorrow you don't feel rushed. You feel like a lot of things are already out the way. And then tomorrow, take it 1 day at a time. 1 minute at a time. And if you feel like you're going to just lose it, look around at all the people that love you. And I'm one of them. And I thought that was really nice. I liked what Maxie did there. I really, really did. And then we have Sunny. Christina comes in being Christina, you know, adamant, saying, I don't like this bodyguard. He's scaring off the customers. Where is Dex? You know, you had Dex on my duty. And I'm thinking, I thought Dex was supposed to be watching Jocelyn, but you know, all the young girls want Dex. Where's Dex? And so she goes, Dex's day off. She looked at him. She goes, really? Dex's day off. You know, and she goes, come on, Dad. We all know you think Dex did it, and we know what you do. And he goes, no, I don't know what you're talking about, because Dante's right there. I don't know what you're talking about. And so he goes, honey, take the body. I don't want the bodyguard. No, I don't have to have the bodyguard. And then she got to talking about Alexis, and Dante says, look, my mother can run a competition with your mother as far as opinion mother of the year. So finally, Christina's like, look, I got to get back to work. And he goes, Chrissy, honey. She goes, I know, Dad. I'll take him. I'll take the guard. And so she gives him a kiss, but she's like, but I want Dex back. She wants her Dex. So Dante said, what was interesting, Sonny, you know, we went through Dex's apartment, and Sonny goes, did you find anything? He goes, no, we didn't find any evidence. We didn't find anything. As a matter of fact, we can't even find that Dex has been back there. And Sonny's looking like, well, don't look at me. How am I supposed to know where he's at? I'm not his keeper. Don't nobody in Sonny's organization go anywhere without Sonny knowing where they're at, which is what Dante knows. Sonny is just incredible. So we have Jocelyn and Trina. They are at Peaks, Charlie's, and Charlie's, and they're talking. And first they get on the subject of Dex, and Jocelyn's like, yeah, you know what? I went, Dex, Sonny thinks Dex did, and she just Dex, and Trina's like, goodness, you are awfully like engaged or you know, all in Dex's life. What is going on? She goes, nothing. I just don't feel Dex did it. You know, with the Sonny is wrong. And so Trina's like, okay. And so Jocelyn goes, but you know what? It's not, let's change the subject. It's none of my business. And Rory wants to take her. Remember, he invited her to this fancy police awards dinner or something. Well, apparently it's out of town. And so Jocelyn says, so do you feel you guys are gonna, well, she goes, we'll have to probably stay over. She goes, you're gonna get a hotel room? Probably. Are you all ready for that? So Trina says, I don't know. I don't know. So then we get Christina coming in. And Christina, no, that's not though. Here we go. Christina comes in, and she and Jocelyn start talking. And she's saying, yeah, you know, Dex hasn't been back to his place. I was just at my father's. He's supposed to be, you know, guarding me. Now Dex isn't doing that. You know, he hasn't shown up. My father put another person on the case, and this, and this. And Jocelyn's like, no, oh no, I gotta go look into this. So she's grabbing her backpack, and Trina's like, aren't we gonna eat? Because I'm starving. She goes, no, you stay here, you eat. I'm sorry, I have to go. And she's like, well, where are you going? And Jocelyn heads right on out the door. And I'm like, she can't not butt her nose into that. That's Jocelyn. She has to. And Trina's like, well, be careful. And I'm thinking, I hope she has her bodyguard with her. So the final scene showed she walks into Sonny's little restaurant, minor mini, I don't even know what you call that place. They don't really serve food. They do, but they don't. You know, it's not a coffee house, but they serve coffee to him and his personal guests. So his front place. And the carver is standing there at the little, when you first walk in, there's like a little bar area with his knife. And Jocelyn walks in, and she's like, oh, and he's turning with the knife. Now, come on now. He's more professional with that. He had the equipment to carve up Dex in the freezer, and every time somebody knocked on the door, he's wrapping things up, right? So he's out in the open in a public place with his knives turning around. And I was like, well, that was ridiculously stupid. And Jocelyn looked at him and she was like, huh? You know, he better be fast on his lickety split with his comeback. He should say, no, I'm here cutting up some lemons. I'm cutting up lemons for the bar. Some lemons and some limes. Anyway, anyway, we'll see how that goes, because that was just a ridiculously bogus, stupid rookie mistake that the carver should not be making. I think that is absolute. That's all we had, you know, Elizabeth talking to Gregory, trying to ask about Chase's ex, dead wife. And I'm thinking, you going around asking everybody else, but you're not telling Chase, this is what I drew. I saw your picture on your phone. I don't know what the connection is, Chase. Finn, but there must be a connection. No, she's busy, trying to figure out things on her own when she can't figure out what she ate for breakfast, but she's going to figure this whole thing out. So then we have Finn talking to Greg. I fast forwarded all of that because it's just too much. That is just too much for me. So let's go to comment corner. A lot of comments. I'm not going to get to them all because it's quite a few and I love it, but I just cannot get to them all. We have Susan. She wrote a great recap. So if you want to see the recap of today's episode, please read Susan's reply or Susan's comments. They're excellent. Now we have Tom. He says, what about Austin and his cousin? I know, really, what happened in that examining room? I want to know. I thought they were going to show that today. I could have skipped Carly and Drew and went to Austin and his cousin. Yeah. But anyway, Anthony says, she's heard probably from another channel that Diane was leaving the show. True or false, I don't know. Hopefully it's false. Diane doesn't need to leave the show. Right now they could have her recover for months. Diane she's her contract is only recurring anyway. We go large stints without Diane Miller on the show, so she's got time to do some things and then come back whenever needed. Bonnie says sometimes your reviews are funnier than the shows themselves. I like to make fun of the writing. Hello there says Thursday and Friday shows was good. She's curious where they're going with Chase, but they're making Brooklyn act like she's just his mother, really, just picking over everything, throwing everything. It gets a little bit ridiculous. And then she says she's interested to see where Link and Wu are what their dealings are going to be at the Savoy. Maybe it has something to do with the hooker killer or connected in some way. Then she just smiles and winks. And then Adriana says, General Hospital recap lady. I've just finished my bins washing and she appreciates my recaps. I easily slide by what I don't care for. Me too. I just fast forward too. And to get to what she loves. She likes some events like Sunny and Dex, Portia and Jordan. Portia needs to get right. Yes, she does. She thinks it's funny that after Carly got her new phone, she didn't call Drew. No, but Drew is still right there, baby oiled and slicked down. Boy, that drain must be clogged. And then let's see. I won't take up any more time, but she likes seeing Sunny back in action. Me too. Sunny is finally getting back to the real Sunny. And then Nita says, doubt the hook killer is Esme or Ryan. If not for the poisonous venom on the hook, she would suspect them, but it is unlikely either of them can get access to that. Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting. I have more suspicion of Austin and his cousin Mason. Mason took off. Remember, he was going to go silence Ava, but you know, we shall see. Spencer may come out of Pentonville tougher, but he's gonna need that when Esme returns. If she's pregnant, which would be a good possibility. But you know what? I don't think it would be Spencer's. I really honestly believe that if she's pregnant, it would be from when she slept with Nicholas. And that's what'll cause the most friction on the show. Cindis says people are forever airing their differences in the halls in front of the elevators at GH. They should discuss things in private and not in make public scenes. I know, but you know, that's exactly where they do it. And she also said Stella should have told both Jordan and Curtis about the divorce papers, excuse me, instead of just telling Jordan. I know Curtis is her nephew, her blood. So you just don't tell him. Curtis will split up a portion when he finds out that he's Trina's father. But he doesn't think he'll go back to Jordan, especially since he's going to find out Jordan lied about the divorce papers to protect Stella. Jordan knew about Trina, didn't tell him, but yeah, that would just be his excuse not to go back to Jordan. You know, that's Portia's mess. And Juanita says she likes the current Brooklyn. Michael says Selena and Sonny, it wouldn't be the first time he was in a toxic relationship. Oh yeah, I remember when he was married to Claudia Zakara. That was a nightmare. Adriana said Spencer is looking a little rough. So glad to see him growing up some. He will come out hardened and dark, and only Trina will be able to get to him. She loves Miss Wu, and she agrees that those two together, Wu and Sunny, will be a wild ride until Monday. That's right. Then we have someone saying, yeah, they'll be interesting together. And then they feel like it's the cop. The cop is the hooker. And LaShanta says, it really does something to me to see Nina at the Metro Court because I represent that with Carly. Sunny acts like that's normal. I hate Spencer having it hard. I can't believe Nicholas begging Ava over visiting his son. I mean, and not visiting his son. Alexis poking the bear. Yes, she is. She's hard-headed like Carly. Why Spencer didn't know how to do suspense. I know Spencer does not know how to fight and is not able to protect himself. Lisa says Spencer won't let Nicholas visit. She loves the way Selena was thinking the Savoy is part hers. Nicholas is asking for Finn to pound him to the ground. I know his mouth is going to get him in trouble. I know. The guy that hit Spencer with the book is looking for trouble. I have a feeling that someone working for either Sonny or Victor is going to come in. Well, guess what? That was Cyrus Renault that came in and gonna take care of it and beat him down. Cyrus didn't have to beat him down. Cyrus is notorious, so nobody's gonna mess with Cyrus because a lot of Cyrus's people are in that jail. Lisa also says, I don't care for the fill-in Brooklyn either. And no, she's going to be our Brooklyn. Ugh. Well, Spencer better learn how to fight back and get himself a big bodyguard while he's in there. Cyrus, kind of hang close to him. Just don't make no promises so that you don't owe him too much. But guess what? You still got your grandmother, Laura. Whatever promises you make, Laura will get you out because she's the only one that can kind of back Cyrus up because he wants this love for her. He just wants her to love him and have affection for him. And Devlin says, you have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful night. Crazy Nina acts different around Sonny, in my opinion. Yes, she does. Sonny never took crazy Nina to his island. Nope. Again, I think Miss Wu and Sonny were make a great couple. Yeah, everybody thinks that. Well, I think it'd be interesting, but Sonny likes to tell his woman what to do. Poor Spencer and Pittenville. I don't understand crazy Nina and Ava's relationship. Their friendship, I know, to save my life. And then Sandy says, I love Miss Wu. I liked how she invited Sonny to the card game. Good review. Have a great weekend. Thank you for all those comments. I actually sped right through them all. So everybody listen. Why is my camera not? There we go. Everybody have a phenomenal day. I'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, for the October the 4th daily recap of General Hospital.